Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the adventures of a traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and today we are here in Munich. So when you come to visit Munich, a great place to kind of like start everything here is right outside of the biggest church here in Munich, and that is called the Frauenkirche. Frauenkirche. I think I got that right. Anyway, it is a massive 200-year-old cathedral with these kind of like very unique domed towers on top, which are really kind of cool. Almost kind of gives it a little bit of a Eastern Orthodox, if not Turkish kind of look, which is kind of fascinating. But this is Munich, and this is the capital of Bavaria. Very, very independent part of Germany, that's for sure. It shows it definitely in its food, its beer. Absolutely fantastic. I love this city so much. I've been here once before for Oktoberfest in 2016. That was a hoot. So, all right. So, but we're gonna go ahead and explore the town. We're gonna get something to eat. Maybe visit the market if it's open. It is a Sunday, so things are a little closed down, particularly during the afternoon. I think things will open up a little bit later tonight. But we're gonna see what we see here in the old town of Munich. So here in Promenade Plaza, there's a set of 4 statues in the kind of like the center, and they're all prominent figures of Munich's history. What's interesting is this one right here, the Rolando de Latre, actually has a bunch of different Michael Jackson photos. It's like a tribute to Michael Jackson, which I find rather fascinating. I was like, I didn't expect to find that here in Munich of all places. Not to say that people in Munich don't like Michael Jackson. I'm sure they do, given this. But, I mean, it looks rather well kept. I don't know if it's new, if it's been around for a while, but it's kind of cool. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. His music, things he did in his private life, but his music is phenomenal. And it's actually kind of cool that this is super random, but it's actually really kind of cool. Huh, a Michael Jackson tribute here in Munich. So behind and around me here is the Marienplatz, and this is kind of the central hubbub of Old Town Munich. It's got basically the old, 18th, 19th century neo-Gothic town hall behind me. You can of course see the church that we just came from, and then you just have all these beautiful buildings around here. There's a bunch of just shops. This is of course a lot of restaurants, cafes. So this is kind of like the beating heart of the old town. Which is actually really, really nice. I love all the architecture. The Gothic kind of architecture is fantastic. But it is kind of your meetup spot if you're ever in Munich. This is kind of the best place, this, and in front of the big church as well. So, all right, there is a marketplace somewhere around here that I'm going to go find. We'll see if we can find something to eat real quick. So it looks like on a Sunday the Victalis market is closed. Although this Christmas part behind me, I'm hoping opens up later tonight. I know that there are Christmas markets that are open in Germany, particularly in Munich right now, even with all the COVID stuff going on. But it looks like the market itself is currently closed on a Sunday. I have seen a lot of good stuff about it though, so I highly recommend coming here. I think the legendary Mark Wiens himself did like a whole thing about Victalis Market when he was doing Munich. So, but it's still a nice little spot to walk around, and hopefully the Christmas one will open up later tonight. So, anyway, let's go find something to eat. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This stop in Munich, this little quick stop, this is the reason why. It's here at the Hofbrauhaus. This is the original Hofbrauhaus. I am super excited to be here. I've been to the one in Vegas several times when I lived there. Love it. It's a fantastic place. But this is the original here in Munich. This is where it all started. So we're going to, we got our beer here. So cheers to you guys. And I got some food coming, so let's get to it. So one tip if you're visiting the Hofbrauhaus by yourself, because it is all kind of like communal seating on these big tables. I picked one table literally because it had great lighting, and they asked me to move, which I'm perfectly fine with doing because there was a huge family that came in that needed that specific table. So, I mean, I was hogging one table all to myself. So just be prepared in that particular case, if you are single, to either look for a table that already has people on it, or if you're at an empty table, be prepared for people to be joining you, or maybe even to move if they need that table for a large family. So, not a problem. But anyway, waiting for my roast pork. Okay, so before my roast pork arrives, I had to get myself one of these bad boys. Lady was just walking by and I said, you know what? Big old pretzel, let's try it, shall we? Oh, very good pretzel. Yummy. I don't know if I'll finish the whole damn thing, but she came by with it and I was like, yeah, I need to try that. That's a good pretzel. Okay, so I got my pork here, so it's just like beautiful couple of pieces of pork with pork crackling on the edge. So you get a little bit of that skin that's just perfectly just smoked and cracked. It's fantastic. And then of course it comes with a potato dumpling as well. So I'm super excited. So we're gonna try pork here for you there. It's got this dark brown gravy, traditional German gravy that tastes fantastic. I'm gonna try this crackling real quick. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Nice and crispy. Come on now. That is fantastic pork. And then try a little piece of that potato dumpling. It's actually a really big potato dumpling, to be fair. That looks really good. Almost tastes like gnocchi, in all honesty. A little bit fluffier. Maybe a little bit more airy. It kind of tastes like gnocchi. That's actually really good. Delicious. Oh, well, that was absolutely fantastic. I am full of beer and pork and potatoes, and oh my God, that was amazing. That was just amazing. Anyway, so this is kind of like the main square. You have the Hofbrauhaus is behind me over there. You have Isar, which is another great German brewery. I love Isar beer. And a few others around here. It's just kind of like a nice little like square spot right next to Hofbrauhaus. But yeah, it is a tourist thing, but it is also very, very much part of the history of Munich. So definitely recommend trying out the Hofbrauhaus if you're ever in here. Plus all the other German beers around here as well. Something else that I've also noticed is when you go to different restaurants, beer houses, things like that, a lot of them will have these kind of like symbols of the different Bavarian breweries right next to their sign. And I think that is from the fact that all of these places kind of, they align themselves with those specific German or Bavarian breweries in the area. So you'll have places that have Eyinger, you'll have places that have Hackerschor, you'll have places that have Spaten, places that have Hofbrau. It is interesting because each like throughout the city, you'll see each different restaurant has their own different kind of like, I guess, beer sponsor in a way, you could say. I'm not sure exactly how that works, what the politics behind that is, but it's something that I've noticed both a few years ago when I was here in Germany back in 2016, and even now I really clocked it, and I was kind of like, huh, that's fascinating. So, but anyway, let's see what other shenanigans we can get up to. So while you're here in Munich, come to the east side of Old Town and just walk along the banks of the river Isar. There's walking paths on both sides, particularly on the east side, but it's just beautiful. And it's like I'm here during sunset time, and it's just this gorgeous walk. You get the shadows just kind of resting across Munich, and it's amazing. I love this little area. Apparently, there's further down. There's like a little artist district, which hopefully we'll run into on the walk. We'll see. But just the walk itself is, when you're in Munich, particularly after all that beer and pretzels, let's go walk it off. And it's just beautiful scenery the whole way down. So I'm here at the Spaten House here in kind of like downtown, Old Town Munich. And Spaten is a brewery I will always be thankful for, because when I was in Munich for Oktoberfest 5 years ago, they have all these big like event kind of like buildings, big massive tents you could say, where you go in and you experience the Oktoberfest. Well, in most of the cases, for most breweries, those places you actually have to book well in advance a spot. Even if you're a single person, a lot of times you have to book a spot. Spaten was the one both nights where I was able to get into without any hassle. And I've always loved Spaten beer in general, but the fact that it was that much easier to kind of get into the Spaten tent, it was a lot of fun, and actually it allowed me to enjoy Oktoberfest in Munich, properly. So I'm always going to be a Spaten fan. So cheers to you, Spaten. They do make a good lager. Okay, so one of the first things I think I need to go over is the fact that right now, I didn't realize this until just recently, and that was when I was at Spaten and I was looking it up. it looks like they canceled the Christmas markets for this particular year here in Bavaria and Saxony. All the rest of Germany, it looks like they're still going on with them on a limited capacity. But because of the Omicron variant and COVID, it looks like they basically cut off doing any of the Christmas markets this year here in Munich, Bavaria, Dresden, Berlin, that whole area, that whole eastern side. It's kind of a bummer. But I was able to find a little kind of like shop within a shopping center. It's just kind of like little outdoor area that they are selling, of course. Make sure you have hot mulled wine. I actually got a hot beer with apple in it. So this is a hot apple beer. I've never had this before, so we'll see. I don't know about that. I mean, it's a dark beer. Tastes like a dunkel, which is good. But I don't know about it being hot. Hot wine's got like a sweetness to it, you know, kind of like a honey, cinnamon. Yeah, there's something to that. This just tastes like beer that's been heated up and added a little bit of like apple spice to it. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll drink it. But I don't know about this one. Even still. Cheers to the one Christmas thing I was able to get out of Munich. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for Munich. I hope you guys enjoyed that kind of like short day, but we did of course get to see the Hofbrauhaus, which was my biggest reason for wanting to come back to Munich on this particular trip. Unfortunately, the Christmas markets weren't going on here in the Bavarian region. Same thing with Saxony. I actually had to change up quite a bit of my trip on this back end for Christmas, just because a lot of things are happening in Germany right now. But I'm looking forward to the next stop. I'm gonna be in Prague for a full week, so I'll probably get at minimum 2, probably 3 videos out of that. So please enjoy Prague coming up. But I hope you guys did enjoy Munich. And in the meantime, travelers, keep traveling, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Peace out, guys.